Fall sports are in full swing here on Liberty's campus. We're joined by men's soccer coach Jeff Alder. And, Coach, a couple of workouts in the books. How intense have things been?
Oh, it's been outstanding. God's blessed us with some great weather, a lot of passion, a lot of energy, and then a lot of execution. And so day one went great. And we taught day one from Colossians 3:23, whatever you do, do it enthusiastically as something done for the Lord, not for men. And that's our focus with this group is, guys, what have we been called to do? Glorify God through soccer. And so our focus has got to be vertically on trying to please Him each day and not horizontally on the stuff around us. But in terms of our mindset, in terms of our passion, the energy, and then trying to execute it in those chaotic moments, it's been a very good first day and a half.
Jeff, only one senior on the roster this year. That's your goalkeeper, Scott Satark. Is that a good thing to have just one senior, or does that sometimes give you a little trepidation of, okay, we got to bring some of the younger guys along?
Well, for us, leadership is plural, and we're asking a lot of young guys over the last year or two to really emerge as leaders, and we feel with Sachem Wilson, Tim Harbison, Blessing Tahuna, Murphy Short, obviously Scott being a senior. We've got a lot of guys, Tyler Bullock, who's gotten great experience the last 2 years. And so we've seen, especially last spring, after you lose a Sam Dunnick and a Kyle Breitmeyer, guys who've been through the battles, we've seen a lot of new guys emerge into those roles. And so God has blessed us with, we think, a bunch of guys who've got the ability to lead. Now, hopefully, during the process, some new guys, some of our younger faces who have to play significant minutes will understand what it looks like to represent God through soccer and represent Liberty University. You
mentioned Tim and Sachem, two of your top three scorers, even three of your top four scorers coming back from a year ago. How good offensively can this team be?
We think we'll be very dynamic going forward. We feel with our front six, we got a lot of interchangeable parts. We got a lot of guys who've gotten big game experience, and obviously with Tim and Sachem, they both scored really critical goals for us last year. Obviously you lose a Kyle Breitmeyer who scored a bundle of goals the last couple of years, but we feel we've got more help now up front in terms of the guys around them who've gained experience, and then some of our young guys who've got great experience before they get here, who we feel can add a little bit of flavor to what we do. So I don't think we'll be as predictable as we were maybe last year, because we dealt with a lot of injuries and had some guys who didn't get healthy until the tournament run. But you add Blessing Tahuna to that mix with big game experience. He scored some good goals and is very dynamic on the ball. But with Tim and Sachem, right away you got guys who've scored goals, we think, in big games and big moments, and they're not afraid of the moment.
Each year, coaches and teams evaluate what happened in years past. Going back to last year, what are some things you like to see different as far as performance on the field from your team?
We got to be more consistent. I thought last year we lost some games that we probably could have swung our way by just making one more play on the defensive end or one more play on the offensive end, maybe a timely goal. Obviously, we got healthy down the stretch last year and went lights out and got to the final, ran into a Coastal team who was legit top 10 team. It was 0-0 for about 60-65 minutes, but at the end of the day, we were not good enough. And so we're looking to be more consistent. We're daily, our focus daily has got to be a little bit better in each exercise, a little bit better in each small-sided game or full-field game, and then have a better regular season. Because last year, we were not good enough in the regular season. And unfortunately, you have injuries, you have setbacks. We grew through the experience, and we got hot at the right time and made a great run. And I'm very proud of our group, because over the last 8 years, or actually last 7 years, we've been to 4 finals. And so that's a good run, but during the regular season, I'd like to see more consistency in terms of our focus and detail, and in trying to be better in every game, not just down the stretch. And so that's something we've talked about from day one. Let's be consistent in our mindset daily as we punch the clock and work.
Jeff, you have 2 exhibitions coming up, including Saturday's Tilt, 4 o'clock with Virginia Tech. It's going to precede the Fan Fest for football. How excited are you guys to have the Hokies on campus Saturday?
Oh, anytime you get an ACC team to come on your campus, it's great. We've got a good relationship with the Virginia Tech people. They've been to a Final Four. They've won ACC titles. So here's a Virginia Tech team that will be very physical, very athletic, very dynamic, and it'll stretch us. And so to get them on our campus, so people in Central Virginia as well as our fan base on campus, can see ACC soccer is outstanding. Now for us, they beat us last preseason. We beat them this past spring. So it's always going to be a battle between two teams. But we've got a lot of respect and admiration for what they do. Obviously ACC is really the top soccer conference in the country, and so now let's go test ours against theirs and see how good it is.
So if you want to equate it to baseball, it's the rubber match coming up on Saturday. Anything can happen. We appreciate the time, Jeff. Have a great season.
All right. Thank you, sir.
That's men's soccer coach Jeff Alder. Don't forget, we'll have exclusive coverage of the exhibition and post-game comments from the coach and the Flames coming up on Saturday right here at libertyflames.com. Junior captain Tim Harbison was the second leading goal scorer behind Sachem Wilson last year, and he joins us now. And Tim, as we kind of gear up for this season, let's talk about your summer. How did things go? What did you work on to improve here for this fall?
Yeah, I had a good summer. I got to play in the PDL out in Arizona for FC Tucson, so it was good experience just getting to play every day in a competitive environment.
Give us the connections to that league. How did you get out there, and what did you learn about your soccer?
AJ, the assistant coach, he kind of helped to set it up. Just kind of asked if guys want to play over the summer, just stay in shape, stay sharp. And so my freshman year, I told him I wanted to do that. So he just started, talking to different coaches and ended up getting set up out there. So,
Tim, you're captain this year. Pretty excited about that role?
I am. Yeah, it's a great honor. We've had Dunnick and Whitey before me that were captains. So just trying to look how they lead the team and stuff. And I'm excited to assume that role.
When Jeff Alder presented that to you, what did he tell you, and what were his expectations for you?
I feel like, talking with him, he's always had, high expectations just as far as leadership, what he wants me to, how he wants me to lead with the team. And so that's kind of always been in the back of my mind, that I need to be, trying to step up, being vocal on the field and stuff, just trying to get everyone, to do the right things just on a daily basis. So
now for you, your role, kind of midfielder, defender, give me an idea of what you're trying to accomplish each and every game.
The biggest thing for me is just, keep the ball for us, not give it away easily. Try to get to the forwards and let them do what they like to do, beat players, and put balls in the net. So I just like to, try to dish it off to them.
You had a couple of workouts so far. Give me the idea of the makeup of this team and what you expect of this season.
I love the group we have. We had 2 workouts yesterday and then 1 this morning. So it's just good, always fun getting back, with the group and with the new guys, just trying to get them, involved. And everyone's been working hard, so I'm really excited about it.
All right, Tim, we appreciate your time. Have a great season.
Yeah, thank you.
That's junior captain Tim Harbison. I'm Alan York for the Liberty Flames Sports Network.